Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐄. We talk about investing, finance, the professional woman. As the current time of 12:46 p.m. on Eastern Time on September 24th on Saturday. Hope you guys have a good weekend so far. Ethereum $100,341, up about 1.11% so far. On the overall crypto market, across the spectrum this Saturday afternoon slash morning, depending on what you're on the West Coast or East Coast. I'll say across the board is relatively flat. With the sell-off that we've incurred, the bulk of Friday yesterday. Obviously, yesterday was a relatively red day across the spectrum. On the index front, down about 2% across Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, and Russell, down even further, down 2.5%, while the VIX is up, sky high, up 10%. And what are some of the catalysts that we should know about in case you guys have not been reading up on the financial news? Obviously, we saw the depreciation of euros, dipping to 1.09 to $1 US dollar conversion. And with respect to also the tech stocks, or just I would say across the entire crypto market, and I would say the crypto market is gonna follow through. Is that we saw a huge amount of sell off around the world. And what's really driving the crisis that we saw on Friday is mainly due to the fact that we had the endorsement from Jerome Powell from the recent FOMC meeting. And based on the verbiage, we have confirmed that we raised 75 basis points for this one, which is the third one now. And the sentiments around the media front, and also a lot of economists are also I guess supporting this thesis, is that Powell has basically set off an emotional phase of a bear market. So we should ideally see lower levels to be reached, which with that sentiment across with other negative news that we've heard recently with respect to FedEx, right? You saw that they made a global financial adjustments on their outlook front, which indicates that there will be a slowdown on the economy front going forward. And with respect to the lack thereof of proactiveness or tactical next steps with respect to what the Fed will be doing going forward, is also doesn't give us a good taste in our mouths, right? So with all of these negative catalysts, it's basically the likelihood of us actually shifting further and further into recession is become more and more likely as days goes on. And we might have to eventually crash the market altogether to reach lower levels across the entire market before we actually can recuperate, and then subsequently hopefully resuscitate some businesses and allow for the overall market to go back up, which will have a direct correlation with crypto. But technical doesn't lie, right? So what does technical tell us right now? So let's just dive into technical with respect to recording time of 12:50 p.m. on the Eastern Time. And apologies for posting a little bit late. I got home really late last night, around 4 a.m. in the morning. So I'm running on low sleep, but I appreciate you for hopping on a call with me. And in the current setup right now, we are at a level, we're basically levitating, to be honest, right? 1350 is not a real level, and we're below it as well. The next level down is 1250, the next level up is 1450. At the level that we're at right now, we are looking for a cross section. We're plateauing right now. We are flat at the moment. Looking at you could see that we have a W, right? We bounce from the 32 out of 70. So right now we are at a next resistance level of 40. And with respect to on the weekly front, you could see that we're still bearish, right? You have this reverse W shape. So that means that we need to kind of cross down before we cross up. And then on a monthly front, we are looking for some sort of landing zone, right? So we're at 1350 right now. So that means despite it looks bullish on a monthly front, which is going to be much later, we still need to kind of fix this, right? We need to cross down until we cross up, right? So Weeks out, we should see some lower levels until we recuperate. So we might see a red October again in the near term until we go back up again. On a daily, it is looking decent. We might see some like short-term pump, but weeks out we should still see lower levels based on the current setup right now because the weekly kind of overpowers it, but on the monthly it overpowers the entire thing, right? So technically months out we should ideally see a bullish run, but in the meantime, in the weeks out, as we get closer and closer out, we should ideally see some downsell. So it'll be very much like a U shape, like a valley, and then go back up from there, if that makes any sense. And then on Bitcoin, I would say trading quite similar. We are in need of cross down on a weekly, and then on a monthly, you are in need of a plateau, which we are forming right now. So as we plateau slowly and slowly and slowly at 40 out of 70, we should ideally see some bullish run again on a monthly out. On a daily, it's quite funky looking, to be honest with you, but you could see that we're reversing down right now. So we got blocked obviously at 44 out of 70, so reaching to a lower level to 35 out of 70 is very likely. So seeing lower levels again, right? I think 17,500, 15,500 is very likely, and and on the comparable fashion, I think for Ethereum reaching to low 1,000 again, maybe even like breaking 1,000, I think it's quite likely actually. So we shall see on that front. Okay. So appreciate you. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll check you on the next one. Take care. Bye.